Hey there. Well, today I was out here mowing grass and looking things over as I was working. Still got some trim up around the fence of the fruit garden here. And I paused for a little bit to look at this pawpaw. Now, I had bought this pawpaw in 2019 and it was labeled an NC1, a grafted tree, which I paid good money for. But the thing I've noticed, it just wants to grow up. It's not really growing outward, and it's not getting no girth down there in the bottom. And the other thing I noticed is I've looked all over it. I cannot find a graft line in it anywhere. And that kind of concerns me. But the one thing that I did notice is I've grafted pawpaws, as you all know, and here in the fruit garden I have others behind me and around me that have been grafted, and I have different varieties out here. I wanted to get a good mix. And the one thing that I did notice about this, compared to the NC1s that I had grafted, the leaves are nothing like the leaves on the NC1s that I've grafted. And that's kind of got me wondering, is it really an NC1? It's got a much more narrow leaf like the overleaf, but the NC1 has a bigger leaf, much more broader than this one right here, and that's kind of got me wondering, is it really an NC1? And I can't swear to you 100% that it is. Now, the plans that I have with my grafting, or with my pawpaws, is one day I'm going to utilize these little trees as my retirement offset. I intend to one day be able to sell scion wood off of these trees when they get older. And it's not only going to be the pawpaws, I'm going to do the same thing with persimmons. I've got a little patch of persimmons on the other side of the creek from me. But that being said, if I were to sell scion, I wouldn't sell scion off this tree and say, hey, that's an NC1, because I, for one, don't know for sure that that's what that is. And that's the reason why I'm questioning things. And not to mention, I did get online and I'm looking at different ideas, and one thing I did find online is another way of grafting that they're calling veneer. And it kind of intrigued me, and I'm kind of wondering, or kind of thinking rather, about trying that technique on this, because as you can see, it's got flower sets. The pawpaw tree itself, diameter of it is no bigger than a limb, and there's no way that that's going to hold pawpaws. It'll break. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the flowers open up. I'm going to let them age and become male flowers, and then I'm going to take those male flowers and go to the front of my property where I have other pawpaw trees that are flowering and utilize the pollen off this. But in the meantime, weather permits, here in a few weeks, I think I'm going to go ahead and try my hand on veneer grafting. That way, if it does take, I'll have a known variety that I know what it is, and it'll be marked on my chart. And that's my goal. You know, I mean, with the pawpaw trees that I have, there's way too many pawpaw trees in here for me to think, well, I'm just going to harvest fruit and eat fruit and all that. No, I'll share the fruit and everything as time goes. But also as time goes, I'll be collecting scion wood and selling scion wood of known varieties that I have. And the varieties that I do have, I have NC1, overleaf, mango, and sunflower. And this year I'll be trying another one called Rigel. And I'll probably put a couple of Rigels out here. I got space for 4. more to be added on to this to complete the fruit garden. But it's just a thought that I wanted to share with you because, like I said, you can't hold fruit like that. And I can't sell nothing off of that right there because, like I said, I cannot swear that that is an NC1. And I would never sell Scion to somebody without with me not knowing what it is. It wouldn't be right. You got to do the right thing. And I think the right thing for me to do with this tree right here, being as I don't see a graft line anywhere. So I think the right thing for me to do is to give myself a peace of mind, come down here and try to do a veneer graft on it and see if I can't salvage the stalk. I mean, I could salvage the stalk. I could very easily cut it and do a bark inlay, but I want to try the veneer. Anyways, that being said, my name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. Any comments or questions, I welcome. You all have a God bless day.